Do you have some examples of indicators for consistency between counterfactual approaches and case studies, and how can the modus operandis be analysed?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you might want to just clarify, please, if I don't get the question right, please pop up another question to sort of clarify what I should have been responding to. I mean, I think, because I'm not sure. In some cases, I mean, I'm just thinking about what you're asking here into the consistency between the counterfactual and the case study. I mean, I think counterfactual usually is not involving a case study. It's usually involving, larger numbers and using statistical measures and, large N numbers, whereas case study tends to be a small n. And so sometimes they're complementary in that you will use the large N, large numbers in your factual to say there is a difference, and then you'll do some case studies to try to understand how that difference plays out. So that's one way that they can do it. Oh, here we go. So make sure the counterfactual is really valid to be used for the case study project. Oh, okay. Yeah. So one of the things about that, I think, is really looking at the comparability of your counterfactual. So that's where if you found that the sites that were being involved in your pilot were all the urban ones with better educated staff and community members, and the ones that aren't being involved were all the rural ones with higher poverty, you'd start to say, hang on, they're not comparable. I think it's looking at those indicators, and that's exactly where you get the theory of change. If you're trying to match them or say, are they reasonably well matched, it's on what dimension? Well, it's on dimensions that are important for your theory of change. This is not a shopping list of demography, poverty levels, whether they have mud floors or, it's what are the things that are important. And so, looking at education, say school attendance, it might be something about the distance that children have to travel, or whether there are natural barriers to get into the school, or the class sizes, or it's looking at the variables that we know are going to be important in terms of the impact variables that we're interested in. So, if you're looking at school achievement, we know that school attendance is something. We know that, teacher attendance is really important. We know that, levels of illness, and children are missing a lot of school because of illness. That's going to have an impact. So, your theory of change will say these are the important contextual variables, and when you're then doing a counterfactual, you say, are they pretty close on those? So thanks for helping clarify that. That's really important. Good question.